So earlier today I recorded a video, an announcement about Emeril Lagasse coming on this ship, the Carnival Mardi Gras, and in the comments, many of you didn't really care about Emeril. Shame on you, bam. But many of you went all Seinfeld on me like, what is the deal with the mask on the Mardi Gras? Some people are like, oh, I hate seeing people inside with masks. Some people are like, why aren't people wearing masks? And it really just opened my eyes that a lot of folks don't even know what the masking policy is on Carnival. Does Carnival have a mask problem? Let's talk about it. Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to Lido, Loca. I'm your host, Tony, here with the conversation about masking on Carnival. Again, it's an interesting conversation, and it's a conversation we should have as cruisers because I want you guys to be as informed as possible when you're making your cruising decision. And a lot of people watched that video yesterday and came away with questions. I'm sitting up here in the kind of lounge section of the Alchemy Bar. This is above Emeril's Bistro, where that video was yesterday, and let's start by doing this. So let me show you the masking policy. Let me read the masking policy to you when it comes to Carnival. Carnival says this in regards to masks on cruise ships in the United States. We strongly encourage all guests to wear face masks in all indoor public areas, particularly guests who are unvaccinated except when eating or drinking. All guests age 2 or older will be required to wear a face mask in elevators and in designated indoor entertainment venues, all retail shops, in the casino, and at any indoor activity with children under 12. Example, Captain's Welcome, Build-A-Bear, Family Harbor, and Sky Zone. Guests will be required to wear face masks prior to being seated in our main dining rooms and in the Lido buffet area and in other designated areas where signs are posted, such as in the gym, unless exercising on cardio equipment. So that's the mask policy here on Carnival Mardi Gras. So when you're watching this footage and you're like, oh, people aren't wearing their mask, what's the deal? Well, you got to take it in context. So masks are strongly encouraged, but when you're walking around in common areas, they're not required. Let me show you a few signs. When you go into the comedy club, this is the sign that you have to mask up. They have the same sign at the main theater. They have the same sign at the piano bar and any entertainment venue. Center Stage, right here. Let me show you some footage from Center Stage. Before the show starts in this big open area, they announced that this is a masked venue and that you have to be masked up. If you look at the crowd here as we pan across, the majority of people are masked up. Now, I think in the video, the thing that got people's ire was the fact that I got on the elevator and there were 2 people that were unmasked, and certainly there is a sign in the elevator that says you have to wear a mask. So those people were not doing the right thing, obviously. Here's where we're at when it comes to cruising right now in 2021 on a lot of cruise lines. Is it feasible for Carnival to police those 24 elevators and make sure that everybody is wearing a mask on an elevator? I don't think it's feasible. Is it feasible to make sure that in the casino, in theaters, that people wear a mask? I think that is feasible, and I have seen them do that. One example, I was on the craps table. A guy came up to the craps table. Everybody at the craps table had on a mask. The guy that came to the craps table did not have a mask. He was immediately asked to wear a mask. Quick aside, if you're somewhere and they ask you to wear a mask in a place that you're supposed to wear a mask, just put on the mask. Like, nobody cares about whatever thing you have to say, where you wore a mask, where you did not wear a mask. If an employee is asking you to put on a mask somewhere, just put it on. It's important to know this. If you're coming out cruising and you want to make sure that you're somewhere where masks are always enforced, it's hard for the cruise lines to do. And the more I've thought about it, the more I get a little angry. Should the cruise lines be jumping through the hoops to make sure that people wear masks on elevators? Or, here's an interesting concept, or should people just do what they're asked to do? It's mind-blowing, right? Somehow people have decided that they want to come play in the sandbox that was made for them, but they don't want to follow the rules. And so a lot of people are going to be out there in the comments like, oh, well, Carnival should do a better job of making sure. I feel very comfortable this week with what Carnival's doing, where they're enforcing the mask policy, where they're making sure that people. We went into the theater the other night. They made sure people masked up. But you're not going to be able to police every nook and cranny of the cruise ship. You know who should be policing it? Responsible adults who came on a cruise that required masks in certain places. It's clearly designated where you're supposed to wear a mask. You should wear a mask if that's where you're supposed to wear a mask. I don't see what the deal is. Now, sometimes you forget. Sometimes those lines are blurred. I'm not talking about those situations. I'm talking about situations like the elevator where you know you definitely should be wearing a mask. It's not on Carnival. It's on the people that are choosing not to do it. And I really think that's where the blame lies. And I guess we could go all philosophical, to heck with the man. I'm not going to follow the rules. I don't believe in it. I'm a free person or whatever. But, I mean, look, yeah, I guess that works. But I thought we settled all this over time as we decided to, live as people that, work together to follow the rules. Maybe that's out the window these days. Maybe nobody cares anymore. Maybe you set your rules, I set my rules, and it's just anarchy. But it's not going to help the cruise business. Carnival's got policies. They're following it. There's signage everywhere. They're enforcing where they can enforce. But there's still just a massive amount of people that just don't follow the rules. And that's where we're at. I don't know what the solution is, and I don't know where we go from here. But I tell you what, as easy as it might be to point fingers at the cruise line and put it on them, and you can say what you want about me. Oh, you're just a fanboy for the cruise line. I'm a fanboy for cruising. I want to see cruising go forward. I don't want to see the thing shut down. And but I guess everybody's own personal deal is more important than cruising. So, yeah, nobody wants to have their own personal feelings hurt because they don't like something. I don't know. Look, I'm sorry. It's late night on the Mardi Gras. It's the last night, and let me know what you think. Do you believe that the cruise lines can possibly police this in some crazy way, that there will be no non-compliance? Or do you think people... Here's a novel thought. Do you think people should take a little bit of personal responsibility and, live by the rules they agree to when they sign a cruise contract? I don't know. What I do know, you'll feel better if you hit the like button. Make sure you leave that comment. Much love to the Loca fam. Had such a great group cruise. It's Tony with Lido Loca. And until the next time, we'll see you on the Lido. Bye.